Good day, America. Big L Next Level Sports have got game doing the update thing. Oh, today is Monday, May the 18th, the year 2026. Oh, let me just ask you this question. Oh, did you see that? Wow, what a weekend it was, and what a week it's gonna be coming up. Oh, the NBA have got game doing that playoff thing. Oh, to Detroit will go for a beat-down show. But hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, let's put some Major League Baseball in it. Oh, Major League Baseball have got game. Oh, to the scoreboard we go for that Sunday show. And what a show it was. In St. Petersburg, oh, the Rays played host to the Marlins and beat them 6-3. Rasmussen is the winner, and Perez is the loser. And Baker gets the save. Oh, my. Oh, the Washington Nationals played host to the Baltimore Orioles and got beat. Oh, the Orioles featuring Gunnar Henderson took down the Nationals 7-3. Nunez is the winner, and Lovelady is the loser. Oh, in Atlanta, the Atlanta Braves played host to the Boston Red Sox and beat them 8-1. In the bottom of the first, Riley smacked a 3-run jack, and that was it. Game over. Game over. The Braves took out the Red Sox 8-1. Holmes is the winner, and Bello is the loser. Oh, it happened in Cleveland. No, I'm not talking about that big party in Cleveland. I'm talking about the Cleveland Guardians playing host to the Cincinnati Reds in an in-state rivalry. Oh, my. Check this. In the bottom of the first, Dalutha smacked a 2-run jack. In the bottom of the third, Mazzaro smacked a 2-run jack. In the bottom of the fourth, Ricino smacked a jack. And that wasn't enough. In the seventh, oh, my. Martinez smacked a 2-run jack. And it continued into the 8th inning. Oh, Ramirez smacked a jack. Wow, what a jack smacking day that was for the Cleveland Indians, beating down the Cincinnati Reds 10-3. Williams is the winner, and Singer is the loser. In New York, in Queens, that is, the Mets played host to the Yankees. It went to 10, and the Mets got the win. They won it 7-6 over the Yankees. Williams is the winner, and Hill is the loser. Now check this. In Detroit, yesterday, there was more than one loser. All the Tigers played host to the Blue Jays and got beat. The Jays beat them 4-1. Guzman is the winner, and Flaherty is the loser. To Chicago we go, and what a show. The Chicago White Sox played host to the Chicago Cubs. Wow, what a game, and what a finish. Check this. In the top of the first, the Cubs scored when Bush smacked a 2-run jack, and Bergman scored on a wild pitch, and the Cubs led it 3-0, and the Sox got back in it, scoring 1 in the second and 1 in the fourth and 2 more in the fifth. And check this, with the score tie up at 4-all. To the bottom of the 8th we go, and what a show with 2 on, and Peters in the batter's box. Oh, he smacked a 3-run jack, putting the White Sox up 7-4. And what a motivating factor that was. To the top of the 9th we go, and what a show for the Cubs with 2 on, and Confronto was in the batter's box, and he smacked a game-tying 3-run jack, tying it up at 7-all. In the top of the 10th, oh, the Cubs scored again, taking the lead 8-7. And then in the bottom of the 10th, Guerrero smacked a game-winning 2-run jack. The White Sox win in 10, baby. Oh, they won it 9-8 over the Cubs. Wow, what a game, and what a fantastic finish that was. Davis is the winner, and Rosman is the loser. Oh, my. In Minnesota, the Twins played host to the Milwaukee Brewers. Oh, the Brew Crew, and beat them 5-4. Uber is the winner, and Anderson is the loser. Wow, the Diamondbacks and Rockies got it on in Colorado. The Diamondbacks scored 2 in the third, and 3 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth, and 1 more in the sixth, taking out the Rockies 8-6. Oh, my. Solka is the winner, and Lorenzen is the loser. Wow, the Giants and A's got it on in Sacramento, and what a beat down it was. Check this. The Giants leading 2-1. To the top of the 8th we go, and what a show. Oh, the G-Man scored 2 runs on a fielder's error, putting them up 4-1, and then they scored 2 more runs, putting them up 6-1, and as that wasn't enough, oh, staying in the 8th, oh, the bases loaded. Harrison, batter, hit the batter's box. Oh, my, the pitch, the hit, it's way outside the park. It's a grand slam. It's a grand slam. The Giants beat the A's like they they stole something. Oh, what a beatdown. The G-Man won it 10-1. Wow, what an 8th inning beatdown. That was all Hauser. Here's the winner and Spring. Here's the loser. In Anaheim, the Angels played host to the LA Dodgers, and what a host they were. Who would have thought the Dodgers would score 2 in the second, 5 in the fourth, and 3 more in the ninth, and beat the Angels 10-1 in the Battle of Los Angeles. Oh, Siaki is the winner, and Rodriguez is the loser. In Seattle, the Mariners played host to the San Diego Padres and got beat. Oh, Gavin Sheets homered twice and drove in 4 runs. The Padres took out the Mariners 8-3. Oh, Gilletto is the winner, and Kirby is the loser. To shutout row we go, and what a show. In Pittsburgh, the Pirates played host to the Phillies, and what a host they were. The Phillies featured Whitler on the mound, throwing it down. Oh, the Pirates didn't score because they couldn't score. They were shut out. Wow, the Phillies scored 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 more in the 8th, shutting out the Pirates 6-0. And I do mean nothing. Oh, Wheeler is the winner. It's the Canes is the loser. In St. Louis, the Cardinals played host to the Kansas City Royals, and what a host they were. The Royals featured Colot on the mound, throwing it down, and the Cardinals didn't score because they couldn't score. They were shut out. The Royals scored 1 in the 1st and 1 more in the 4th, shutting out the Cardinals 2-0. And I do mean nothing. Colette is the winner, and Palatine is the loser. Oh, stay in the shout row. To Houston we go for a beatdown show. Oh, the Stros, the Astros played host to the Texas Rangers, and what a host they were. The Rangers feature Oliveto on the mound, throwing it down. Oh, the Stros didn't score because they couldn't score. They were shut out. The Rangers scored 2 in the 5th and 5 in the 7th and 1 more in the 9th. Oh, shutting out the Stros 8-0. And I do mean nothing. Baloney is the winner, and Lambert is the loser. Wow, Major League Baseball have got game featuring Big L doing the update thing. Hold on tight. Big L's on. Oh, Mike. Coming up, the NBA have got game doing that playoff thing. Oh, my. Doing this breaking action. Oh, let me take a minute to put some shout out in it. The shout out goes to Joe Dancy, Dayton, Ohio. Oh, your team is a loser. Oh, my. Oh, to all my Facebook friends. Oh, you got game. And to all those Cleveland Cavalier fans that took those bus rides to Detroit to witness a beat-down affair. Oh, my. Oh, the Cavaliers have got game. No doubt about it. Said all that to say this. Oh, let's go next level, baby. Wow, to Detroit we go for a beat-down show. Oh, game 7 of the series. Oh, my. The Detroit Pistons playing host to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and what a host they were. Who would have thought, oh, the Cavaliers would be in it and have a chance to win it? Oh, they had more than a chance. The game, a beat-down affair. Oh, who would have thought the Cavaliers would win the first quarter, 31-22. They won the second quarter, 33-25. They won the third quarter, 35-26. They won the fourth quarter, 26-21. And they won the game, 125-94, winning the series 4-3 and advance in the NBA playoffs to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they'll take on the New York Knicks. Oh, my! Now, let me just add this, just keeping it real. Oh, they beat the Pistons like they stole something. No doubt about it. Oh, the Pistons playing at home to a packed house. Oh, right there in Detroit. Oh, my. Who would have thought it would be a beat-down affair? Donovan Mitchell led the scoring for the winning Cavaliers with 26,000 points. So it seems. Oh, Mobley had 12 rebounds. Oh, my. And Mitchell also. Oh, he had 8 assists. Let me say this to the Cleveland Cavaliers and their fans about the team leader, Donovan Mitchell. Oh, he's got game. A true superstar. When it was time to put up or shut up, oh, he put it up, baby. No doubt about it. He guided his team to victory. And for the Pistons, oh, where was Cunningham? Did he play? Oh, I couldn't tell. They said he had 13 points. Oh, I'm still trying to find it, baby. No doubt about it. Oh, what a win for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, they'll take on the New York Knicks on Tuesday at Madison Square Garden in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Oh, my. But tonight, oh, the NBA have got game doing that Western Conference thing. No doubt about it. In Oklahoma City. Oh, my, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs featuring Victor Wembayama will get it on, and I can't wait to see it. No doubt about it. We all know the Thunder, the current NBA champions. Oh, they've got game. Oh, my. Oh, they'll take on Victor Wembayama. Oh, and the Spurs. Oh, what a matchup and what a game. I suspect a beat down affair. Oh my, Big L Next Level Sports have got game doing the update thing. Email your questions or comments to nextlevelsports57@gmail.com. Have a great day. Big L Next Level Sports have got game.